to celebrate the commitment to the AFA-NIET by such a vast amount of programs. The National Committee has decided to comb through our history and track the number of years each program has attended the NIET. From that, we will then go through and try to archive each director of every single program, every student that has attended the NIET. You're right, Peter got me at a weak moment. But to kick off the project, the first thing we're going to do is track the years attended. Programs will be recognized at particular milestones, starting at the next NIET. But to kickstart this project, we would like to honor those programs that have been at every NIET since its inception. These programs continue to show an unmatched dedication to not only the NIET, but also serve as a cornerstone in each of their respective regions. Marking their 35th anniversary on this, the 35th annual AFA-NIET, please join me in recognizing the following programs. From North Newton, Kansas, Bethel College. From Peoria, Illinois, Bradley University. From Fairfax, Virginia, George Mason University. From Manhattan, Kansas, Kansas State University. From Mankato, Minnesota, Minnesota State University, Mankato. From Eau Claire, Wisconsin, University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Before I introduce by far the most important person at this tournament, I would ask that as his remarks conclude, at the conclusion, we allow the extempors to leave first. Everybody else just stay for a couple of minutes, let the extempors leave first so that they can get to draw after his announcements. 28 years ago, I had the privilege of attending my one and only NIET as a competitor. It was at Kansas State University. And there was a Mexican buffet. Oh, yes. And in those days, we used to have a semifinal round after the Mexican buffet. Not a good idea for Peter. Not a good idea at all. I'm not sure I've ever had a bean after that. But that was also the same amazing experience for me where I met the man I'm about to introduce. Larry Schnoor became my dear friend that day. And in subsequent weeks when I was also at Georgia Southern, and perhaps things didn't go competitively the way I'd hoped, I sat on a bench outside with this unbelievably giving and caring man, and my life has changed forever. He told me that day that someday I would be standing here in front of all of you. And I laughed in his face. I said, I'm not going to be a teacher, Larry. I'm going to be a medical doctor, like all Jewish boys. Sage and unbelievably wise advice would make me the happiest man in the world. This is about you.
It is not about us as coaches. It is about your opportunity to do what Walt Whitman so eloquently said in Leaves of Grass. Share your voice. Give your voice. Make your voice heard. Persons who have been at all 35 NIETs and to have sat there in late 1972, early 1973, and been the genesis of this organization, knowing full well that it would change tens of thousands of lives over the next decades. You have no idea what a debt of gratitude you have for this man. And I will say much more at the closing ceremonies as well. But without further ado, understand one thing. This organization would not exist today. This tournament would not be here today if it were not for our tournament host, our tournament director, Larry Schnoor.
I do thank you for that recognition, and I thank Peter, and Peter is correct. We've had a long, long relationship, friendship since those days. And this organization is very important to me. That is why I'm here. That's why I continue to support this organization and other forensic organizations, because I believe the skill that you're picking up here, just as Peter said, will give you the opportunity to voice, as we say, your beliefs, your feelings, your intelligence, and perhaps we can finally do something so that our presidential candidates could learn how to speak to each other in civil terms. We've done everything. We discovered a little computer glitch last night. We've gotten that taken care of. I want to tell all judges, when you get to pick up your ballots, those corrections have been made on the ballots, and so there will be some different judges in your sections than are on the schematic, because we had to do some judge shifting. I just want you all to be aware of that it has been taken care of. And we have one competitor who's not here this morning because he's in the hospital and his coach is with him. And so we will be making that particular judge change. And those are the things that happen when we come together as a group this size. But we will survive, we will continue, and you will have an excellent tournament. And I will see you up around campus. We need to let the extempers exit for extemp prep. So extempers, please exit for extemp prep.